Hi everyone. Happy Saturday. I am recording this video on Saturday, and today is the first day that it has rained outside, which I think was pretty good because my garden needed some water because we've had such beautiful sunny warm days. I hope you guys were able to get out and enjoy some of that. Be outside and go for a walk, or sit on your porch, or just be able to play outside and soak in the sunshine. Today, we are going to talk about our emotions. I know that this last week, your teacher gave you a prompt for this next week's meeting on Tuesday morning to share something that might not be so happy. So let's think about some emotions that we feel that might not be happy or excited or joyful, because we all have those emotions. Most of us probably have those at least once a day where we don't feel a positive emotion. But let me tell you something, that all emotions are great and should be felt. Just because they're not happy doesn't mean that it's not okay to feel them. We can feel angry, we can feel frustrated, we can feel sad, we can feel overwhelmed. Those things are all okay, and we should feel them, right? Because that's how we learn. We learn from things that usually aren't always easy. At least I do. I don't learn the most when I try something for the first time and I get it right the first time. I usually always learn from when I am not sure about something, or I don't get it right the first time, or when there's maybe conflict, or I don't agree with my friends or my family. That's when I learn the most. So these are really great emotions that give us opportunity to grow our minds and our hearts. So I wanted to give you guys a couple steps that you could use when you are feeling this way. Something that may seem scary or frustrating, or that makes you feel very sad, those things will all come. And I want you guys to be able to identify those. So I think when we feel those things, I think it is best to stop and pause and take a second to really ask ourselves and search way down deep and say, okay, before I react, what is it that I'm feeling? Am I feeling sad and hurt? Am I feeling angry and frustrated? Am I feeling anxious and overwhelmed and maybe scared? So I want you guys to just stop and ask yourself that question and really think, what is it that I'm feeling? And then maybe we could pause with a pose. So before we move to this next part, I am going to let you guys get your blanket or your mat or your towel or whatever it is that you enjoy doing a pose on. So I'll give you a few minutes to grab that. Okay, now that we have our little space, I want to add one more thing for you guys. Once we kind of identify what it is that we're feeling, it's always good to think about, we can close our eyes and think about where it is in our body that we're feeling it. Are we feeling it in our mind? Are we feeling frustration in our mind? Are we feeling maybe anger and frustration inside of our tummy or our chest? Are we feeling sadness and maybe loneliness? Maybe down in our feet or in our legs? We can feel all of our emotions in different parts of our bodies if we slow down. So that's why it's always good to take a pause and find a quiet place. And I like to do a pose. A pose that always helps me relax is a pose called child's pose. And I will show you guys how to do that. So we can put our legs behind us and our arms out in front of us. And we kind of want to reach our arms way out in front of us. And we are just going to lay our foreheads and our heads and relax them and lay them forward straight down on the mat. And we'll take some breaths here, okay? We'll take 3 nice deep breaths, okay? So let's do that. So lay our forehead down. You can put your knees kind of further apart if that helps you, and just relax down. One more deep breath here. Oh, that feels so good. It just kind of quiets my mind and calms my body. If you don't want to lay your head all the way down on your mat, you can kind of put 2 fists on top of each other and rest your forehead on your fist. That's comfortable too. But whatever feels comfortable for you guys, just to kind of quiet your mind and your body, that will always help you to pause before our emotions cause us to react. And when we react to our emotions, sometimes it doesn't always turn out the way that we want it, because when we slow things down, we can think them through. And that's always a good thing to do when we're feeling these emotions that are really big and overwhelming and a lot to handle. The last thing that is always good to do, we've kind of identified what that emotion is and asked ourselves, where am I feeling that in my body? What exactly is it? And sometimes we don't know what it is, and that's okay. You don't always have to be able to say, well, I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling frustrated or overwhelmed. You don't always have to identify that. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm feeling sometimes, and that's okay. I just know that my feeling makes me feel worried or scared, and I'm not sure where it's coming from, and that's okay too. So we pause, we kind of look inward, we do a little soul search. How am I feeling right now? And after we kind of decide what that is, we take a pause and do a pose. We can do any of the poses that we've learned before. It doesn't have to be this new one. This one just kind of helps us relax and be still and quiet within. And then the last thing that we can do that's really, really good and really important to do is to reach out to someone and talk about it. I find that when I talk about how I feel, it's not stuck inside of me somewhere. It's not stuck inside my brain or my chest or my tummy. It gets outside of myself, and I'm able to share how I'm feeling with someone else, and they can also help us come up with some ideas of how to get past those feelings and move to another emotion, maybe happiness or relief or joy. But yeah, reach out to your parents. Maybe you want to talk to your puppy dog, or reach out to your teacher. Ask your mom or your dad if they could help you kind of maybe type a question to your teacher, or yeah, there's lots of adults that care about you at Manchester. I know that's for sure. Your teachers and myself and all of us at Manchester love and care about you so much. So I know that this is a time where there's lots of unknown and lots of questions that sometimes make us feel uneasy or scared or sad or overwhelmed. So just know that that is all okay to feel those emotions, big and small. So just remember those things that we talked about today, and we will help you move through those and help you process them. And just remember that they're always okay to feel. It's never wrong to feel any of those kind of emotions that we think of as bad, because they're not bad at all. So I want to finish up with you guys. I always love reading you these cards. So this one is called A Special Place. It says relax at the bottom. So if you would like to relax, feel free to lay down on your mat or your blanket or your towel. So I'll give you a second to lay down if you want to. You can close your eyes if you want to. That's totally fine. So it says, sit back and relax. Breathe deeply and slowly. Close your eyes and go inside. Feel your breathing and let go of everything else. Imagine a place that is special to you, where you love to be. It may be outside in nature, inside a house, or from a picture or a dream. Wherever it is, go there now. Notice what it looks like, what it smells like. See the textures and hear the sounds. In this special place, it is peaceful and beautiful. You feel safe and loved, happy and relaxed. You can feel your heart and know your own mind. You are free to be yourself, and you decide who else can come in. You can invite someone you love to join you, or you can just be by yourself. Whatever you choose, enjoy some time for you in your special place. I hope you guys take the time to find a special place where you can practice these things that we talked about today, whether that's in your room or maybe outside, on your porch, or maybe in a special chair, your favorite chair that you love sitting in. Wherever that may be, find a place that feels safe and special to you, okay? I miss you guys so much. I'll see you soon.